Hey guys, I'm gonna do a little benchmark review of the Zotac 1650 OC GDDR6 card. Um, it's the GTX 1650 actually. I just I'm going to run this game Recon Breakpoint. It came out about 10 months ago, so it's pretty recent. So it has pretty high graphics requirements. I've been able to run this game on pretty much everything on ultra settings, just for one single thing that it will only run on medium. Um, and I'm also run it on 720p. On 1080p, it runs everything on ultra except for maybe like 2 or 3 settings I'm gonna show you right now. Um, I am using the Firestorm overclocking utility from Zotac. I'm using the automatic scanner. It's been able to give me a boost of 1740 on my computer, which is it's a lot more than the stock 1620 that comes with the card. It is able to push up to 1740 according to this utility. But I am able to push it manually up to 1780. If I push it manually to 1780 boost, 1786 actually, it is able to handle it. I was running it at 2000 this I mean at was it let's see, 17. I was actually pushing it to 1800 this morning, and it froze in the middle of a Fortnite game. So I'm gonna dial it down to 1780, 1786, and see how it goes. Like I said, I am running the Firestorm utility to overclock this video card. I have a processor, an i3, running at 3.9 gigahertz, and it's constant. It runs at 3.9 pretty much all the time. It is not a boost 3.9, it is a constant, so I don't see the need to try to overclock it. But also I understand that i3s can't be overclocked. So I'm not gonna try that. So I'm just gonna run it. Maybe in the future I'm gonna test it and research a little more about it. But I don't think it's possible. So this utility is always doing little tests, like you see right here. It is testing the card a little bit further. It can push it up to 2040, and then that's all. And then it stops. But safely, it determined that 1740 was a safe boost for my computer, and so I'm pushing it manually to 1786, like I said earlier. So I'm gonna run the game. This is you're gonna see the frame rate right here. Let's see, in the left hand corner. I don't know if let me see if you're able to. It's right there. The green little numbers in the corner. So I'm gonna I'm gonna show you the settings right now that I am using. This card is obviously not the most powerful, since it is only using the PCI power slot from the pre-built HP that I have. It doesn't have, the card doesn't have the PCIe connector that more powerful cards have, and so I am using the stock PSU that I upgraded to on my computer. It's a 310 watt PSU, and it's more than enough for my card, which it only draws around 70 or 80 watts, 70 or 80 watts. So if I wanted more power, it would be difficult, because HP doesn't make stock PSUs with more than 310 watts, for at least for my pre-built, and that's what I'm using. So let me run you through the settings right now. So I already demonstrated Fortnite in a previous test that I did. You can look it up. It is able to run Fortnite in the 60s to 70 pretty constantly, on the highest settings. So Fortnite is a 3-year-old game, so it's this card is pretty able to run it on the highest settings with no problem. This game is newer, so I'm gonna show you right now how it performs. But this card, as of August, as of last month was one of the most powerful cards that I could find. Probably the most powerful card that runs with a PCI connector, PCI slot. So let me run the settings right now. Let's see. So like I said, pretty much everything runs on Ultra. Right here, this is all the way to Ultra, this one all the way, this very high, which is the highest settings. Boom, this one is also able to handle it. When it notices that it is not going to run well on the card, this bar is gonna turn red. So it is so far it is able to handle all that on Ultra. This is the highest one. Some they call Ultra, and some very high, and some Ultimate, which is basically the highest. I don't know why then they don't just call everything Ultra on the highest settings. Screen space shadows enabled. Anisotropic filtering can go all the way to the highest. This all the way to Ultimate. This one also ambient occlusion all the way to Ultimate. Sharpen intensity all the way to 100. Fidelity FX sharpening, it's enabled. Extended field of view all the way to 100. Background frame lock, I'm not gonna use that. Foreground frame lock, no. Anti-aliasing enabled. Temporal injection enabled. Resolution scaling up to 100. But this is the only setting that it's not able to handle all the way to Ultra. and it is reasonable because this card is like I said, is not the most powerful card that that is available, of course. Very high is still, as you can see, it's telling me that it's exceeding the capacity of the video memory. High, it's exceeding also, and medium, yeah, comes down to green. So that's the setting that I'm going to run right now. I'm gonna run it up to ultra right now and see how the game runs. If it's gonna probably gonna freeze, but I'm just going to play with it a little bit. Okay, so and my monitor is a 1080p monitor, but I'm running the game at 720 right now. I'm gonna up it up to 1080 in a little bit. So it runs pretty smoothly. I don't know if you notice the graphics also, they look pretty cool. See, the wind runs in all different kind of directions, like in the real world. Like in some games, when the graphics are more crappy, the wind runs the same direction over everything. But this is more realistic. The leaves kind of run in a more realistic way. I don't want to enable the music, but it doesn't play a lot of. Let me see if I can. It's gonna run the. I don't think it's gonna play any music. I don't want YouTube to flag my video because I'm playing somebody's music. So let's see. I disabled the antivirus, the malware bites. You should probably disable it too if you want. I don't know. I think the most programs that you can disable is gonna make your game run a little bit better. But just remember to enable it once you're done, because many years ago I forgot to enable my antivirus and it wrecked my computer for forever. I couldn't. My computer was fried. That was very stupid on my part. So don't forget to enable your antivirus. So as you can see, the water, it looks pretty realistic, pretty cool. Frames are running at 56 frames per second. I think once a game starts running at less than 30 frames per second, it starts to feel pretty crappy. You should just lower your settings to get a little more frames. But I think with these settings, the game runs pretty decent. The best that my computer can run, probably. If I overclocked my i3, because somebody's right here. If I overclocked my processor, I could probably get a few more frames, but I understand that if you overclock your CPU, you can get a little, a few more frames, maybe like 5 frames. And I don't think you can even get too much out of it, and you're putting your CPU at risk of failing more, sooner than it should. But I could try it, but I'm gonna have to do more research on that. it's running right now. It's running at 46 frames. There's a chopper running somewhere around here. Let's see. Yeah, there is. Let's try to do zooming. It's running at 50 frames. Oh, there's one around too. So I'm probably gonna be killed pretty soon. So frames are running at 54, 50s. That okay. So as you can see, it stayed above the 40s. Let me change the settings a little bit, so see how it runs on lower settings. Let's see. Okay. I just played this game a couple of times, so I'm not very familiar. I'm not very good at it either. So alright, so 1080p. Yeah, this is running at, oh, actually it's running at 900p, a little bit higher than 720. So that's what you get on 900. So maybe I should run it on 720 and see, or maybe 1080. Let's run at 1080. Let's see. So as you can see, it's exceeding the capacity of the card. Let me disable something really quick. Maybe the resolution. Yeah. Leave it at 90. Everything else at ultra. Wait. 90. Okay. Yep. And the card, it runs pretty cool all the time. I'm gonna show you. Right now it's at 74 degrees centigrade. The target is 83, so it has plenty of room. The fan is running at 80%, and like I said, this utility is always pushing the card. Right now it's pushing it to 1950 boost. The clock is running at 6 gigahertz. So let's see. Alright, so this is 1080, right? And it does look a little bit sharper. And it's running, right now it's running at 30 frames, 31, 26. So it's running, right now it's 24. With everything else on ultra, remember that it's running at the highest settings, pretty much. Except for two things, right? Here the chopper, yeah, let's see, let's try to start up something. We get killed real quick. Let's see. 50 frames per second in the water. That's pretty weird, right? 56. So all this vegetation makes the card work really hard, because it's got to make every leaf, got to make the leaves look realistic, and all the foliage. Is it foliage or foliage? So pretty much mushroom right here. Oh, I ate that. So it's running at 43 now, 45, See, I don't know if you notice the fog. You know, that looks pretty cool, right? So all this is stacks in the card, you know, and it's still running at 46 right now, 46. It doesn't feel too. It's running pretty much like the other settings, not much different. The controls feel they don't feel laggy or glitched, or you know, they don't freeze. I don't know if I mentioned I also have 16 gigabytes of RAM. Corsair Vengeance, I think. Here's somebody right here. Let's see if we can shoot somebody. Yeah. Let's see. 45 frames. Okay, froze. Alright. So okay, it's back on. So I think I should probably lower the boost a little bit to 1740, like Firestorm recommended me. I think that's why it froze. It's not because of the settings. Let's see what's the temperature on the card. 75, 80% fan. Oh yeah, 2025. It's pushing it even higher than 1786. So that's why it's freezing up. So that's what's happening. Should probably lower this to 1740 when I get the other settings going. I'm gonna try the different settings. Let's see. I'm gonna lower the boost. Okay, let's see. Alright, so that's my recommended boost, 1740. And see, this immediately went down to 1800. So it's probably, this is the base clock probably that it runs, and this is the boost that it's trying to get. I need to read the manual more carefully, but you know, let's see. Right. Still 1740 is pretty high, you know, for a boost. Let's see. 1080. So VSync, I usually don't enable it, but I'm gonna enable it right now. I don't like VSync because it lowers your frame rate even more. So I'm gonna try to run. Let's see. This setting by itself takes all the way to 6000 VRAM. It's not. There's no way that I can run that and just lower this everything to put this on low. It just doesn't make sense. So I'm just gonna leave that at medium. Let's run everything else on high settings and see how many frames we can get. probably do just custom settings. Okay. Ultra. Alright, no, I could just do this. Alright, let's see. Ultra, it's able to do it like we already tried. Very high. Let's try it. Let's do high. There's still a lot of VRAM left. What? I don't understand why it jumps so high with this setting. Alright, let's see. Apply. Oops, sorry. Alright. 50 frames. Still looks good. The game still looks okay. Just a tiny bit blurrier than the previous setting. It still looks okay. Water doesn't look as good. See, it doesn't ripple as cool as on the ultra settings. 50 frames. .52 frames. I can see the fog. Just faintly I can see some fog right here. Where the heck are these guys? See that? .50 frames. Set that. That's a drone, I think. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's the guys right there at the truck. So it's 48 frames. Oh, the drum song. Okay, I'm gonna shoot the drum. Here you go. That's what you get. Alright. 50 frames, 51 frames.
The alert! We got possible enemy activity. This is not good. Wake up, damn it!
One guy's dead, two guys dead. Alright, he's running at 49 frames. Good.
Stay sharp, boys! Kill everything!
Maybe. Uh-oh, I got shot. Okay. 48 frames. Whoa, 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 whoa. Holy shocking. Okay, I'm dead. Right. So, just a few frames if you lower the resolution. Maybe if we lower it to all the way to medium, we can get 60, which is it's pretty good, right? 30 is acceptable, 60 is good. Let's see. I want to do low. I don't think it's gonna look pretty good on the lower settings. So okay, medium. Let's see this. No, still one. Okay, all right. All right. .57 frames, almost 60. But the weird thing is that the game doesn't feel any different. It feels pretty fluid anyway. It feels the same as if I was running on Ultra. So. Fast. Okay. The game doesn't look too bad on medium either. It looks okay. It looks like a tiny bit better than an Xbox One still. Yeah. Which is very crazy because, you know. Okay, the card is frozen. I think I got it out of whack by running it at 1780. Oh, the car stopped. Also, me trying to show you the frames, it's taxing the card also because, like I said, if any program is running on top of the game, it's gonna take power away from your rig, from your system. You know. Oh, I went back to 786. All right, so load 1740, apply. Yes. Maybe it didn't. I don't think I clicked apply out the last time. Maybe I did. I don't remember. Let's see. So 55 frames, 54. The frame rate it doesn't even get any better on the medium settings. So you might as well just run it on ultra, right? It's not, or on high, very high settings. All right, let's try. Let's try to kill somebody, and then I don't know if I should show you the lowest settings. It's probably gonna look okay. It's gonna look good anyway because here on the medium settings it looks fine. I think I killed everybody on the island already. .56 frames. Alright, let's do the lowest and that's it. My room is getting pretty hot. Let's see. Alright. Right, lowest settings. Yeah, this looks pretty. This looks old school. Old school Xbox, like it's 360 Xbox. No, not that bad. Maybe not 360, but the first Xbox One. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Similar to the first Xbox One. Still 50 on the 50s. The frames are 58, 57. It doesn't show any more improvement. So like I said, my processor is running a constant 3.9 gigahertz. Um, let's see the CPU 99%, 3.9 gigahertz. You can see right there. It's running. That's a set speed for my processor. GPU 79%, RAM 48%. So wait, what was that? Okay. Oh, it's 61 frames right now. 60. Just waddle in the water a little bit. Nothing impressive. Still, you can see it's running the three shadows. You can see the raindrops a little bit falling. I don't know if you can notice on the ground the little raindrops. I mean, this card is a pretty cool card. I mean, look at the vegetation looks pretty amazing. Look, you can see the air ripples, the wind ripples right there. It's a pretty cool card. There's nobody on the island. 59 frames, 60 frames, with rain falling. Okay, here's somebody here, maybe we kill a couple people. Fifty-six frames with the rain and the fire in the background. The fire doesn't look too bad on the lower settings. 60 frames. Yeah, my room is getting pretty hot because the car, I think it's... oh, there's somebody over there, right?
More of these guys. There's body parts everywhere. I saw an arm.
He didn't see me go right in front of him. Okay, let's see.
Survive that. Maybe. I got nothing to report. Sure. Doug insisted you bring someone back alive. Fish! I don't see anything walking away from these wrecks. They're all definitely dead.
Really, thank you. Is that a better weapon? No, I don't think it's... Okay, that seems like a cool weapon. I always swap it. Let's see. But does it have a scope? Yeah, alright. Is there a guy right there? What the heck? Is that a Kalashnikov? Yeah, I'm not taking that crap. Okay, froze. Very weird. I think the card is getting... Is it getting... No, it's still at 73. It's not even hot. But this utility, it's trying to boost it more than it should. I think maybe I should... I should read a little more about this utility so it doesn't freeze my game, boosting it too much. Let's see. Is there something running in the background? Let's see. I don't think anything is running. Nope. Put this. Okay, maybe I'm gonna turn off the utility. I'm just gonna shut it down and see how it's gonna run without it. Okay. 60 frames. I think once it's set, I click the apply button, I can shut down the utility. I'm not... ...54 frames. Alright, I think I'm gonna leave it right there. So if you have any questions,